Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Two Half Squads.
The greatest game in the world, dedicated this show 90% to
Yeah,
the greatest game, Advanced Squad Leader.
Advanced Squad Leader, and it is absolutely the greatest game. I looked it up
Oh, yes,
in the dictionary. Greatest game in the world, Advanced Squad Leader,
it's right
right
there.
there. They finally put it in there.
And I am Dave.
And I'm Jeff, and we are your hosts once again. Dave, we're coming up on, let's see, next year it'll be 18 years.
Uh-huh. And this is show 375,
Wow.
which we think will push to 400 maybe.
We're going to try to get to 400.
And then we'll call it a lifetime.
Yeah. Unless enough people call and write in and protest, bring us back. Maybe we'll do like Jay Leno, where we'll quit, and then after a season, we'll come back.
Well, it keeps me busy editing and stuff, but it does seem a bit like work sometimes. And
Yeah.
I'm not getting any younger. Speaking of, I played tennis with Laura today, and we played on the weekend with two guys, and Laura and I, with Chris and Rick, and we played another day in there. But the point is, I think Laura is starting to beat me way more often.
Oh, really?
And I know I could drop a little weight still to help, but I think being 6 years older than her, I was going to ask you, is she always going to be younger?
Yes. If you know what's
Oh,
good for you, yes.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting tough to beat her. She's younger, or she's just better.
Well, I'm surprised she's not taking it easy on you.
Oh no, no, no. She will never do that. Remember, I'm sure we talked in the past, playing games with the kids. She's cutthroat, like
Really?
that 13 Mockingbird Lane game and all those games. Clue. Oh yeah, she'll and they'll start tearing up, and she'll still go, I'm winning. Like, Laura,
Oh my God.
you should let the kids win sometime. They're little. Oh no, they'll be fine.
Now, Robin and I cannot play a game because we're anything that's competitive.
Oh, just the two of you can't.
Yeah, like checkers. Oh, I could jump you there. You want to take that back? Yeah. I'm not going to jump you. I'm just going to go around you. Okay.
You jumped me. Why?
Yeah. Yeah. No, we like games that are not competitive, of which there are few.
Few. Yeah.
I mean, there's some of those Euro games where it's cooperative, but I don't know. We do like the video games. We don't play video games where we're against each other either. They have to be cooperative.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you both have a tank and you're,
Yeah.
you don't do tank games, do you, together?
We don't do tank. Usually zombie games. So we're paired up and we're just shooting zombies, things like that. That works out great.
Well, speaking of those kinds of things, what have you been playing lately?
I haven't been playing any ASL lately. It's just been too much taxing on my brain. But I know I have been playing Frostgrave, a little bit of Frostgrave and a little bit of Stargrave, just to keep my feet wet in the gaming thing. And I see you've got something there. Is that our last? Oh, is that Stargrave from last week?
Couple of weeks ago. This here, for the viewers that can see, we played a Stargrave. We had to come on the board. Bottom right corner is my group of guys. And Jeff, you are over there in the upper left-hand corner with your twin robots. Can you see the
Oh,
marker
yes,
here?
they're twins.
And we had to come in and get our little treasures. These Mike uses these blue things for the physical loot. What are these orange ones? The
Those are data treasure.
Yeah, data. And then here's some like infected people inside these glass containers, and we had to go up and you could open one, and then the guy might attack, like the zombie guy attack the enemy troops. Mike's troops are over here coming on board in the upper right hand corner. So that's one of the games we've been playing. And the terrain, where does he get all this cool terrain?
Computer boxes. Looks like most of it.
Yeah, and Mike uses all plastic stuff and
Yeah.
knickknacks and Yeah. Um, Cardboardy stuff from inside packaging. And it makes fine terrain, doesn't it?
It does. It works out really well. We should try ASL with this kind of terrain sometime.
Yeah. This one here is our Frostgrave game. I'll probably put these on the post. And you missed this one, I think, Jeff, but we used
I did, yes.
some boats to come on board, and it's you got a little band of warriors with your wizard, and this is my troops down here, my Knoll wizard, trying to get these treasures that are on the islands or around the Frostgrave town and everything like that. So we've been enjoying that. That's on my game table at home. Yep. And there is an ASL here. Can I share this one?
Oh, yeah.
This is
This is the
Dave.
one you were playing with Timonen?
Yeah, currently. So he won't be this week. We won't play, but this is called Scraggy. It is from the LFT deluxe scenario pack with the new deluxe boards. Our viewers, listeners probably can
I
notice.
don't think, yeah, I don't think I've seen this board, Dave.
Maybe not these particular, but you and I played one of these scenarios when it came out, and we did a
Okay.
review. Yep,
But I
on
haven't
air.
seen this board. The terrain, the graphics on this are very different.
Yeah, they're different, right?
Yeah, it's very
Um,
cool.
So this on Scraggy is Dave defending. Wait, am I defending? Yeah, I'm the British, or down here, some are Gurkhas. So it's probably the Indian Army. Yeah, in like Burma or something. And down on the left corner, you can see on the board I set up on a hill. There's a second level hill hex and a second level hill in the middle, and a second level one hex hill on the right. And the Indian or Gurkha troops, Commonwealth, are got to defend all of them. So Dave is coming on with Japanese, and he entered board D7 in the upper left corner and came down this road path. And then he turned right with tanks. He was shooting at me up on this hill on board D7. And then I dropped back because earlier in the game he said, wouldn't it be funny if like one of these hills was just defended with all your concealments? And I said, oh, no, no, I have to have someone there to slow you down. I can't just let you run across the open ground. Well, if you look at the board, there's not a lot of open ground on these deluxe LFT boards, are
No,
there?
there's not. Yeah.
So, so guess what, Jeff? Guess what all these are? These three stacks of question marks here. Is there anything in there?
I think there's nothing in there.
Nothing in there. So you can see I'm kind of falling back out of his line of sight. So then he turns his tanks down the road after shooting at those guys, and they fell back before they were revealed. And he's got his infantry coming up on the left flank, concealed also. And my AT gun appears here from board D2 up on level 1 and nails all three of these, no, two of these vehicles. One's a burning wreck as they cross this ford. And then I had the Piat, or you pronounce it how?
Piat. Where's your Piat?
And my Piat is, I think it's under the CX counter. And he was down here. I moved him down into this woods to kind of make it look like, no, I'm going to go fight for this hill. And also hoping the Piat can get a shot. So, of course, what happens right here, I get his tank burning wreck. So all three vehicles are gone in the same turn.
Very nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Doesn't happen very often.
No, no, it
And
doesn't.
so yeah, I can't wait till I reveal all these are dummies or he figures it out. He'll get a kick out of that. And then there's he's got a mortar over across the way. So now I got to concentrate on that with the AT gun. And I think there's a machine gun somewhere. No, I had to start falling back to the right. So he's hitting the center of board D2, the right-hand side and left-hand side of the hill. There's two marsh hexes in the middle of this board for those of you that played it or look at the picture on our post. And so, of course, he split this way, left side, came through this woods. That's wire. and then he split to the
Oh,
right, came through that other hex, and that's wire. And he was like, when he hit this wire, he goes, "Oh, I'll bet there's wire over here." And then he came in it with like this broken guy, and he already lost some squads there that got shot from somebody. I think I hit a machine gun back across this open ground on the hill into it, shoot him up, and he had to route out. And then still he's got a strong force coming here, so I'm needing to pull a little bit to my over to that side. And then across on this other board, I forget the number. I cut it off in the photo. It looks like it's D6. And there's the pillbox up here, which, pillboxes have limited fire arc covered arcs, but
right.
they got a nice plus. So for a while that helps. And he started to come across on the right flank, but I think I must have killed some of them. And then, yeah, I did. I managed to KIA some, hitting them with the mortars. I got the big mortar up here on D2 on board D6, and then a small mortar to the left here, and a machine gun in the pillbox. So when he hit this hilltop, I was able to got him underneath this galère over here in K8, hex K8 on
Yeah.
D6. But
The
yeah,
glare hexes.
you get the idea. Boom, 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 cross the valley, and now he's sending up his reinforcements, which are like traitor Indian squads, right? That want to liberate.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So they're
What are the victory conditions?
he's got to control all three of these hills you see here, second level
Oh, wow.
hills.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going great for me
Yeah.
for a rare change. So I think I can even, yeah, I think I'm just going to fight for the center one and the right one with the pillbox.
I see
Um,
the OBA cards there in the upper left-hand
oh yeah,
corner of
yeah.
the screen. Is there OBA on this?
Thank you. Yes, and it's got a. I think I put it over here off board D7, which it has its. Oh yeah, it has its. Thank you for asking. Its pre-registered hex is here on the second level hill and D7. So as my dummies step back into the backwoods, and he comes up to the top with both stacks of these Japanese infantry.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll catch him around the center of the OBA,
Oh, yeah.
and it's registered, so it should work.
Nice.
And then see, I'm already laughing.
Yeah.
If that works, oh, it'll be so beautiful, won't it? But I also had shifted it. Oh, yes, it also hit. Oh, there it is. It's on the board in the little gully. See it there?
Yeah.
The
What is it?
the red thing. That's the FFE. So
Oh,
I
okay.
had
Okay.
pre-registered it here, but I went ahead and used it to eliminate the guys coming through that wire and
Yeah.
this then they routed into this hex, so then I moved it over here. I'm trying to hit his mortar across there, eliminate this half squad. By then he should be up this hill, and I can move it back over and start hitting him in these woods. That's
Yeah.
it, man. So looking good for me.
Yeah. Very cool. Now that's from LFT.
Yeah, the deluxe pack they put out quite a while ago.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Then I thought I'd share this while we have. I painted this
Ooh,
mural last week. That's what I've been doing lately for a haunted house for Dave Timonen's wife. She runs it at she's in the district I used to be at, and so they ran it there.
that's cool.
And this is
How big is that?
oh, that's about 10 by 10 or 10
Oh,
by 10
yeah.
by 8. Yeah. 10 feet
And
by
there's
8
a
feet.
miniature Dave
Yep.
painting it.
Still have to fill in that center and finish the lintel on that photo. And the other Frostgrave game you did play, do you remember this one?
Oh, yes.
Frost Giant's Daughters. So I wrote it myself, and if anyone wants a copy, I'll attach the link to the Reddit page. That'll work, right? I can attach a Reddit page link.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, otherwise, if it doesn't appear there, write us, and I'll send you a PDF of it. It's a difficult one, and it's designed for more than 2 players, but you can reduce the number of Frost Giants and play it with fewer. Yeah. And what else is up with you, Jeff?
Uh, that's a good question, Dave.
Well, I know you're working hard with the Windows stuff.
Yeah, I have been working hard. There's just been so much stuff going on with security. It's really blown up. Even small businesses are really needing to pay attention to it, and it's a little overwhelming for everybody. So it takes a lot of hand holding and
Yeah.
getting people to do things differently and pay attention. And hand holding is really what they need. So I'm doing it all the time. I go out and I hold their hands. We've just had too many, yes, we've had too many people. We had a client recently that almost lost $1 million on a scam. Yeah, it was close. It was close.
Why does there have to be evil in the world, lawgiver?
It's really a good question, and it gets me really, sometimes really gets me down because there's so much. It just feels like you can barely take one step forward without risking your everything,
Yeah.
your entire business,
Well,
So, yeah, it's just been very trying.
well,
So I haven't been gaming much because I've been so tired at the end of the day.
I'm kind of sorry I asked now. No, I'm really depressed.
Yeah, now you're down. But I will. I'd like to play this Halloween-ish scenario that was sent to
Oh,
us. Should we talk about that?
can you share that?
Yeah. Okay. So we got a scenario
Ooh.
from our friend Grumble Jones, who often does these Halloween type scenarios. This one's a little different. It's really cool. I really enjoyed looking at this one. This is called the Song of Medusa. By the way, Dave, do you know where people get?
I just tried scrolling up on your share screen.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Sorry, you were saying what?
Do you know where people can get this scenario?
Yes, on his blog, Rumble Jones blog. I'll
Okay,
I'll
so
put the
we'll put the link
on.
in there.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So the scenario is called Song of Medusa,
Ooh.
and it's interesting because it's a two-player game. You can see here it's the Germans against the partisans. That's the Greek partisans, but it's actually a three-player game.
Ooh.
Because somebody plays the Medusa.
Oh.
So here's how this works. There's the background is that the Germans are not doing well. They're withdrawing forces in Greece into Yugoslavia. But as they're going back, General Lieutenant Wolfgang Hauser of the 41st Infantry Division hears that there are treasures in some local Greek caves. So he sends the 733rd Grenadier to explore the caves and recover treasures and eliminate any Greek partisans in the area. So there are, if we look at the order of battle here, Gen 337s on the Greek side, there's just two leaders, a hero, and 10 squads, and two light machine guns. Kind of the same thing on the German side, though they have 4.67s instead of the scrawny little 3.37s that the Greeks have. But in there also is the Medusa.
Ooh.
So the idea is, and I can't remember who comes on where. I think the Greeks come out from the upper left, and
that's okay.
The Germans set up along the road. They have to set up adjacent to their trucks. So there are trucks in here. Not sure how the trucks would play out of this, but the idea is you want to get the treasure. Now the treasures are in caves underneath the temple. So this in the center is the temple.
It's the temple, yeah.
H5 is a stairway that goes down into the caves under the temple.
Oh.
And then we can see there are exits from the caves in the upper left there in F1 and in the lower right in L7. And so there's a whole overlay that shows you the cave complex. So I'll scroll down to that. So this is really where all the action happens. So the way it works is the Medusa player, who doesn't do much, but gets all the cool stuff to do, sets the Medusa in, sets up the Medusa hip in some hex in the cave complex.
Okay.
The Germans and the Greeks, assumingly, will come on because they want to get the treasure. They want to come on and find treasure. and they'll come in and have to search hexes in order to find treasure. And it's worth finding the treasure because it's a lot of victory points. So they'll come in and search, search, search. As soon as somebody becomes adjacent to the Medusa may reveal itself and carry out an attack against, even if it's multiple units. The Medusa can wait until the units come into the hex. The Medusa can have them pass through the hex. It doesn't have to reveal itself. So then the squads have to fight the Medusa. Let's just look back at the Medusa rules.
And they search, they can search probably for it as they go.
Yeah, they search as they go. So the Medusa is confined to the cave complex and cannot leave. The Medusa begins hip and does not lose hip, even if her hex is entered. The Medusa is under no move throughout the game, and I thought, well, that's kind of crummy. You have to put it in one spot, but here's how it works. The Medusa attacks in close combat and attacks every adjacent squad.
Oh, because they're looking at her snake hair.
Yeah. In close combat, Medusa attacks first. All adjacent squads are subject to Medusa's gaze. Each squad must pass a +2 morale check or be casualty reduced, with single-man counters and multi-man counters turned to stone. A 12 results in the entire multi-man counter stack, including single-man counters, to be turned to stone. Except for the female partisan on the Greek side, she's immune.
Ah.
I don't know why. Chicks get all the breaks.
Yeah, it's a girl thing, you know. Girls take care
thing.
of each other. Yeah.
I guess maybe that's it. Survivors of the Medusa gaze that are in her hex may attempt close combat. And so, they can fight back. In close combat, Medusa has 6 firepower and has a +1 modifier to her close combat attack. If the Medusa is slain, then her head becomes a support weapon of the victorious multi-man counter or single-man counter. And the head can be used in future close combats by the owning player. At the end of close combat, Medusa becomes hip and is moved to an unoccupied hex of the Medusa player's choice.
Oh, fantastic.
So Medusa can't move, but you can, after close combat is over, you can move.
She can zip away and appear somewhere else.
So they have an example here on how this would work. So you can see there's 2 adjacent Greek counters, and then one German counter that's in Medusa's hex. And the Medusa gaze attacks the partisan squads and then attacks the German squads. And then the Medusa afterwards, after all the damage is taken, the Medusa gets to relocate somewhere else, and the remaining squads can go off and look for more treasure.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Looks very fun.
All right.
So a little bit different for a Halloween.
Oh, yeah. How about
scenario?
We let Mike know next time there's 3 of us on a Stargrave night?
Yeah.
We do this.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm going to turn you guys to stone. So that was pretty cool. I thought Grumble Jones did a nice job in this scenario. Looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, it totally
I don't know
does.
if I have to check and see if the map is up on Game Squad.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere.
Sorry, not Game Squad, but on Vassal.
Yep. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, and then there's also a tournament coming up, I think. Did you have the email from Dave Goldman?
Oh, I do. The ASL Open for 2026 is finalized. It starts Monday, February 16th, so everybody make your plans. It's every 2 weeks on Monday, new matchups will be emailed. The ASL Open is a 7-round tournament. It goes from February 16th to May, now I can't remember the date.
It's somewhere in there.
Yeah, May 24th or something like that. You can find out more information at aslopen.org. And just so you know, it's the first place prize is $150. That's American money.
That,
$100 to second place and $50 to third place. And if you go to the website, you can download the form and submit the form. When you submit the form and email it to Dave Goldman, he will email you back with the scenario list, the rules, and other details of the tournament.
Good
So
job, Dave.
we have not done that yet, so we don't have those details. I don't know. He might give it to us if we ask him nicely.
Oh, I think, is it on the letter? Oh, no. Yeah, right. Maybe he could do that.
Yeah.
Scenario list, the rules, the bidding sheet, pleva, bidding system, scenarios, vassal setups, and result forms. Yeah. All right, everybody, go get your EASL open. Get registered. Aren't you glad I'm not doing my very scary voice, Jeffrey?
Yeah. We've done, it is kind of funny. We've done it so many times. It's hard to do again.
Oh, wait,
but that's a great backdrop.
I think I used it a couple years ago. Didn't I just sound like Joanne somebody?
Joanne Worley?
Yeah.
Really?
From Laughing.
From Laughing, yeah.
All righty. Hey, Jeffrey, I would like to point out to you that this show is brought to you by
Bounding Fire Productions.
Oh, this show is brought to you by Bounding Fire Productions, makers of wonderful product, especially the wonderful Mannerheim Cross. I almost said
if you go to boundingfire.com, if you haven't been there, you should go there. You will be overwhelmed by all of the great ASL products, and these are really top quality products, as good as anything out there or better.
Indeed. And in fact, we are going to be ending the show with a Mannerheim Cross box art review that Dennis wrote and that I have read and recorded for you for your
excellent
artistic aesthetic appreciation. And the show is also brought to you by Screaming Eagle Steve, Mark Bergen, Apollo, Jeff Coward, Chris Brown, Jack Brown, Steve Banks, Peter Courtney, and Malcolm Cameron. Thank you for your continued Patreon support. And thanks to Hibiki for subscribing to us on YouTube. Thank you, Hibiki.
Thank you. We appreciate the support during these difficult times.
Indeed. And Jeff, there's a letter.
Sorry you can't feed your family, but we appreciate your support.
I think there's a letter from Vincent.
We got a letter from Vincent Maresca after our episode 374, where we were talking about recalling AFVs. He says, "Hi guys, I just listened to episode 374 on cruise, and you were wondering why a recalled vehicle cannot excessive speed breakdown. It's an anti-sleaze rule so that a player cannot try to immobilize his recalled AFV to keep it on the board and in play. I think version 1 of the rulebook allowed this, and it was fixed in version 2. Thanks for running through the rules, as I am learning something new every time. Or I just keep forgetting the same rules. Cheers, Vinny."
That's what we do.
Vinny. Yeah.
We just keep forgetting the same rules we already knew once.
Over and over.
Good thing there's a rule book to look them up in.
Yeah, really.
All right, well, Jeff, I have not been keeping up with MMP, and I have not been buying some stuff. It seems like I got so much to play.
Yeah.
I know Dennis mentioned a few things last show or a couple shows ago. What is going on there?
Well, yeah, I went over to the MMP page because I haven't been over here for a little while either, and I don't know what happened to my email newsletters from them. And I know, Mike Rizzi often says to me, just go on Facebook and get caught up there, but I just can't make myself go on Facebook. I used to do it, and I know there's a huge ASL community, and for all those people out there that love Facebook for that, I understand, but I just haven't been on there yet. So I went right to the source, of course, and I went to the MMP website to see what's new. And this is fairly new. In October, they announced some new squad leader items available for purchase. So, and a couple of these we knew about already. The Action Pack 20 for ASL Oktoberfest 39 is available, which is a beaut. Did we cover this one, Dave?
No, this is
We didn't
new.
get this yet.
Oh
Okay.
no. I guess I might go to Games Plus and grab a couple, but if
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just feel overwhelmed.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So there it is, only $30. It's so inexpensive. Everybody should get one. It comes with one 8x22 geomorphic map, 12 scenarios, and just looks like fun. Let's just see if they, yeah. I mean, it's an Oktoberfest scenario pack. How could it not be bad?
Yep, Pete Shelley,
I mean, how could it
David
not be
Lamb.
good? I'm sorry.
Oh, Matt Zajac has some scenario designs, it said,
Oh yeah,
as
that's
well
right.
as Pete and the usual guys.
Yeah.
We still haven't
So
interviewed
that's,
Dave Lamb. If you're out there, give us a call.
oh yeah, that would be great. Then Action Pack 21, Blitzkrieg to Paris.
Oh,
This
early
is,
war,
yep, you
48
could tell by the
bucks.
tank.
Yeah. And it's Blitzkrieg to Paris, but the tank
Yes,
is what I
yes,
saw.
that too.
I saw and went,
Yeah,
hey, it has no cannon on it.
yeah.
Must be an early war tank.
So this is $48, but that's because it has 4 new maps and let's see how many scenarios and 10 new scenarios. So let's just take a look at the map there. Oh, that's a beautiful map. For
Or is
those of
that
you who are not watching, you're missing out.
is that all the maps together, I wonder, or is that yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question, Dave. I suspect that is all of them together.
Oh yeah, because this river ends
Yeah.
awkwardly in the middle.
Oh, and I see the number in here in these 4 corners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the maps go together. Very nice. Beautiful mixture of terrain there. Looks different. Blitzkrieg to Paris. 16 crucial days in May 1940 at the opening of Case Yellow, the German offensive in France and the Low Countries. Looks really good. I think I'm going to buy this one.
Yeah, I'm more tempted for that, but
Yeah.
I'll let you grab it
Yeah.
and we'll share.
I'll go into the Patreon kitty and withdraw some of that money that was donated to us.
Yeah,
Unless Perry wants to.
that's true. We got to use that
Unless
to
Perry
get
wants to
this.
send us some.
Yep.
And then there's ASL Journal 16. Not sure how long this
What?
has been.
Another journal?
Yeah.
Mike, oh, we got to do that cover art also later.
$52. Yeah, great looking cover art on this. We should even get a hold of the artist.
Yeah, I'll grab this one at Games Plus probably.
So this is a 40-page magazine. Includes 2 new 8x22 geomorphic boards. I tell you what, there are boards out the wazoo.
Yeah, too many boards, but yeah.
So this is board 96 and 97. And so it's got 16 articles and 17 scenarios.
And the changes to the rules that were recommended that we covered on the show. He's going to address that too. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So this was added to the catalog. Yeah, that's right. This just came out up on Tuesday, October 7th. So.
All right, I'll get over to Games Plus and I'll grab that for us.
Okay, great.
Thank you, donors. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what's going on new. Oh, there's one other thing new with MMP. This one I don't quite get, I'm sorry to say. Again, I could probably be more informed if I was on Facebook. But we can see not too long ago on October 14th, there's an article called Help Brian Strategize. So I'll click on that link. And that just takes me to a geomorphic board section in snow.
It's a contest, isn't it? Like Derek would do in his magazines?
Perhaps, but there's no information about it.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, that's a great, I'm sure Vinny will help us out again.
Yeah. Yes.
Somebody
help us. We're so pathetic. Help us.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that. Now you're getting a little excited again for new stuff. All right. Well, shall we end the show with the box art review written by Dennis? So get out your Mannerheim Cross box art, everybody. Hello. Today on Box Art Review, we have the artwork of Mannerheim Cross. This box art was written by Dennis Donovan, and the artwork is Rick Reinisch. Magnifique. And no, I won't be doing the accent because we know y'all hate that so much. So if we take a look, break out your box, Mannerheim Cross. If you haven't bought it yet, go to Bounding Fire Productions right now and order it up. Who could go without it? It's the fins. And here we see this artwork depicts an early morning winter scene in rural Finland circa 1939. There are two completely oblivious Soviet BT-7 tanks and unsupported. They are unsupported by infantry, and they are moving from the right to the left along a country road flanked by tall, snow-covered pines. The sun has just started to rise and is almost invisible on the left behind the wall of trees. The tall pines dominate the painting, silent, patient, ever-present, waiting, watching, unyielding, exactly like the people native to the land. The road the tanks are on cuts from the bottom right to the mid-center left, neatly bisecting the painting and providing a light-dark contrast with the forest on either side. The forest on the top half of the image provides a lot of negative space, but it is the perfect area to position the large and dominating Mannerheim Cross title, which always needs to be fit into the work when you're converting it from a piece of fine art to a consumer product. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Now, this early morning tranquility is shattered not only by the invading tanks shouting and their profanity of sound and smoke, but also by the ambush unleashed upon them. On the bottom left of the painting, we see two Finnish soldiers suddenly appearing out of the snow and the trees, hurling Molotov cocktails at the passing tanks. The first soldier's Molotov has squarely struck the second tank in the line on the engine deck. The other soldier, his arm outstretched, is the second one serving up his flaming cocktail, a delightful beverage for the early morning. The positioning of the soldiers and their limbs give a sudden and strong direction, drawing the eyes of the viewer to the tanks on the road. So now, once we describe the work of art for our listeners and viewers, we then get into some symbolism. There are many messages and symbolism in this depiction of the 1939 Winter War. For the Soviets, the sun rising behind the trees represents a false dawn and a false promise of hope, a false promise of victory. It also shows the rising costs of men and material, and it exemplifies the futility of war. Now, these are but a few of the harsh lessons the Soviets will be relearning on a daily basis. This brutal reality will be re-illustrated every time the sun rises, day after day, month after month, year after year, in secula seculorum. The rays of the rising sun also signify an eternal hell for the Soviets. The message is so strong in the painting that a sign on the road saying "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here," would be patently abundant, redundant, and unnecessary. For the Finns, the rays of the sun through the trees then, they see it differently. They are in a different position in this painting. They see hope, the hope of peace and victory. It will take a while. It might be dim, and it might not be seen tomorrow. One might not live to see it, but the dawn will come. These soldiers that we see in the painting, they are ambiguous soldiers in the foreground, yet they seem vaguely familiar. Are these the same Finns that appeared on the cover of Hakkapale? Are they the well-trained, well-equipped, proficient, confident, and well-acquainted soldiers with the Scandinavian winters? In this artwork, it is difficult to discern any detail about the soldiers, Their faces look away from us. We know that they are Finns. But are they young or are they old? Are they officers or are they enlisted men? Are they married or single? Are they blonde or brunette? Are they tall or short? Are they survivors or are they going to be casualties? The artist, by providing these generic soldiers, dehumanizes this scene as much as war dehumanizes society. The tanks, looking at the tanks, we see David versus Goliath. This is the obvious metaphor for the Finns versus Russians in this conflict. And on a smaller scale, the tank versus infantry battle is represented here in this scene. However, the figures of the soldiers being more forward toward the viewer in the painting become of equal size to the tanks, though we know the tanks would be much larger than the men in the painting. The artist has equivalized them in size to make a statement of power for the infantry. Now, these tanks going down the road, there is a subtle yet prominent reminder of a basic ASL tenet. Do not send in AFVs alone, much less along a narrow forest road. Also, the tanks remind us of this new ASL module. They also remind us of a relatively new ASL rule, 25.212, Russian early war doctrine. In short, the Soviet AFVs must move before any non-berserk Soviet infantry move. If we look at the road chosen by the artist painted here is short, yet long, clear, yet cloudy. It represents the dichotomy of war and peace. How long will this be? How long will this last? How hard will this road be to travel? Where does the road lead? What is the point? What is the point of war? We look also in this work of art at the branch. This branch here in the work of art at the end of the road, sagging along the skyline. This branch, if you look at it, it's hanging over the mid-side left of the painting and emphasizes the message of the sun, but it also provides an additional critical detail for us. It represents the wilted olive branch of peace. If one looks closely, one can see it. For both sides, the shape and the direction of the branch seem to say memento mori, as well as it speaks for other strong messages to us, such as no one wins a war. Most of you will die for nothing. And it's a rich man's war, but a poor man's fight. The branch just speaks it. The resigned style of the branch here speaks of reluctance, of despair, of sad revelation. Now one can almost hear it saying, here we go again. This branch speaks of the sad and inevitable ending for the Russians as they go down the road, and there at the end of the road is the branch. It speaks of a slope-shouldered Finnish acceptance of a long, cold, and brutal war. However, it brings to mind the message of perseverance also shown in some of MMP's other box art. The Finns pause, they sigh, they take a breath, and they get on with the business of war and survival, as is shown in the philosophy of the Sisi and of the Finnish war cry, Hakkapale. Let us turn our attention to the palette, the color palette chosen for this painting by this artist, Rick. This being a winter forest scene, obviously, there are basic two color options here, using light and dark, specifically white or black, and a dark green. The black and white darkness and light symbolize this war and peace, as well as this eternal struggle of good versus evil. Is this a trite option for our artist? Is this passé? Well, yes, of course, but it is a classic move and oh so necessary for this particular work. The dark green of the trees, the uniforms, equipment, the vehicles softens the scene, rounding the edges, providing a bridge and a transformation, tying together the upper and the lower portions of this image together again after being sliced with the road. The white and light gray tones perform the same work as this dark green in this. The tones meld the image, eliminating the strong lines and making the scene more quiet, peaceful, perhaps numbing. Along similar lines, the snow and the fire, the white of the snow, the red yellows of the fire, they are opposites kind of in color. They're certainly opposites in intensity, in value, in temperature, in temperament, and in meaning. The artist uses just enough color here to show both a frozen white and a flaming red or orange hellscape for the Soviets. The frozen hell of Dante's Inferno Level 2 and the flaming hell of biblical proportions that the Soviets are now engaged in. The Soviets here are ill-prepared, ill-equipped for war, and much less for a winter war. For the Finns, the winter warfare is practiced with ease and with nonchalance. The light colors representing the Finns in this manner, measured, thoughtful, they are calm, they are methodical, whereas the red is the de rigueur color for the Soviets. It is the opposite of the representative white for the Finns. The red is crude, primitive, brash, impulsive, mindless, uncaring, and out of control. This color triangles we present here in this work. Mr. Reinish's artwork is mostly duochromatic now. However, his clever use of a small amount of color is seen in at least two different triangles. One, this color triangle subtly directs the eye towards the burning tank. The 3 points of this color triangle are illustrated by the blue triangle here in figure 4. We present the 2 dots of orange color on the very left edge, one above and one below the road, and the third in the forest above the engine deck of the lead tank. The other color triangle is framed by a small bit of orange fire and soon to be thrown Molotov cocktail, and the upper right top and bottom of the blossom of fire on the second tank. This is a truly masterful stroke by the artist. The juxtaposition of these 2 triangles, they draw the eye to the tank in the center, and they both point opposite ways as they are positioned in a yin and yang fashion, confusing the viewer's mind, creating tension and turmoil. Now there are also directional triangles here in figure 2. The road forms the most prominent triangle, directing the eye to the left in the direction of travel of the tanks. See the red triangle here in figure 2. Now this provides both a boundary and a link between the attacking soldiers and the moving tanks. Beneath that is a mirror image of the triangle. It's yellow triangle here in figure 2. The sides are formed by the bottom, the left side of the soldiers' area, and the road between them and the tank. Another triangle and master stroke is a triangle formed by 3 triangles. 3. Here in figure 3, we see the 3 very small pine trees adjacent to one another, to the immediate right of the soldiers and directly underneath the tank. This pongee-like appearance is reminiscent of the crude, rusty, and powerful teeth of a bear trap, here set in the forest for the attacking Soviets. The perfect representation of a method for stopping the Soviet bear. This work is by far and above one of the artist's greatest works. Mr. Reinisch outdoes himself in this work, and that really is true. And the viewer is taken on an amazing journey here on every level. The biggest message appearing in the Mannerheim Cross box art is one that is ever present in and continues from all ASL box art. Ars longa vida brevis. Magnifico. And that is Box Art Review.
Very excellent. That was nice.
Why, thank you very much, sir.
And I guess that makes it a show, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, it's a show. It's probably a little too long again already. Just hard to hit that time thing in there. But anyway, we would thank everyone for watching, listening. And you know what? Now before we go, Jeff, look, I harvested my garden. I got a bunch of beautiful Tabasco peppers.
Very nice.
Been eating these. And the
Are they hot?
No, they're medium. This is hot.
Wow.
This is the Carolina Reaper I got the
Oh,
seeds
okay. I've heard of that.
seeds from Daryl before, and I think, man, I don't know if I mentioned it on the other show, but I had the first harvest several weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, and cut it with a knife and fork very carefully
Yeah.
in the little pieces and just let them dry out on a plate. And went over to the sink and rinsed the knife and fork in the hot water, and the smell
Oh,
came up. Yeah,
the
I've been.
steam.
Yeah. Oh man, you can smell the heat. Smell the heat on just the residue on the fork. Because like a jalapenos, maybe 1,500 Scovilles or whatever, and I understand this could be like 2 million.
Really?
Yes, they are deadly, Jeff. So I put like four little pieces of this,
Yeah.
scooped just with the fork out of my little bowl into some chili, heated it up, and almost too much. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Well, take it and rub it between your hands like this and then rub your eyes.
oh no. Yeah. And don't go to
That
the
would be,
bathroom
no. Yeah.
after
Bernie
you've been
coming in,
cutting them.
Bernie going out. Yeah.
So
Right.
anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, listening, and remember to
Roll low
and rally
and
well, but
but not
not
when you're
when you're
playing
playing
us.
us.
That's right. Good to see
Oh,
you, Dave.
yes, great to see you. Bye
Yeah.
bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.